Let's go to Puerto Rico because Puerto Rico's been hit very, very hard by a lot of different storms, and they're great people. It's a great place. I know it well. Great place. Today, my administration's making the largest emergency relief award in history to rebuild Puerto Rico's electrical grid and educational system. We're awarding $13 billion to permanently repair and replace thousands of miles of transmission and distribution lines that should have been done many years ago. This was beyond even the storms. This was just age and a lot of the salt. The salt from that ocean is a killer for electrical stations and power generation systems. But on top of the salt, you had these massive storms or hurricanes come in. And Maria in particular was a disaster. But for many years, they've been trying to get this done, and they had the political willpower in Washington to get it done, so we're going to get it done for them. We're also going to be bringing back very, very major amounts of medical work. You know, we used to have pharmaceutical manufacturing at levels that few places had, and a lot of it's left Puerto Rico, and we're going to bring that back, especially now since our emphasis is going to be making our product. So we're going to bring pharmaceutical manufacturing back to Puerto Rico. A lot of it left over the years, over a long period of time. It's been leaving and going to China and other places. So we're bringing all of that back. This was done in previous administrations. I'd like to just point out we've done more for Puerto Rico than anybody, and this is just an example of it, but we've done more for Puerto Rico by far than anybody. We'll also be launching a major effort to repair and renovate the schools across the island. Following Hurricane Maria, my administration immediately deployed the full power of the federal government to bring the electric grid back online so they could at least temporarily, and it certainly wasn't a permanent fix. It was ripped to shreds, but a lot of that was ripped to shreds long before even the storm came in. For many, many years, they've been trying to do it. But we wanted to restore water supplies, and we did make emergency repairs to critical infrastructure, which we took care of, and saved countless lives, which we did. FEMA's response in Puerto Rico included the longest sustained air mission supplying food and water in American history. We supplied it for long after the hurricane was gone, the largest disaster commodity distribution mission in U.S. history, and the largest sea bridge operation in federal disaster aid U.S. history. My administration's also pre-positioned vast quantities of relief supplies for the future disasters. But unfortunately, Puerto Rico's in the way of a lot of different storms, a lot of hurricanes, and the island is now stocked with nearly 8 times as much drinking water and 13 times as much food as it had before I took office, so they're ready to go if something should happen. They got brushed by a storm recently, but they're in a good position. So we're going to bring back medical distribution and manufacturing to Puerto Rico, and at a level far greater than it was before. And it's been emptied out. It's been largely left the island for many years. One point it was the talk of the world, and now it's the talk of the world in a different way. We're bringing it back, so we're going to be bringing it back from various other parts of the world. It's going to Puerto Rico, and I think that's going to be very exciting for the people. And we're undertaking the largest federal investment in Puerto Rico's history. So you have a lot of, I have a lot of friends in Puerto Rico, and I've told them about it, asked them about it. Conceptually, what do you think? And they're very excited. I just want to say, by contrast, Biden's devastated the island of Puerto Rico. Joe Biden, what he's done to Puerto Rico, meaning the past administration, is devastating. In 1996, Biden voted to eliminate a critical tax provision that had allowed Puerto Rico to become a dominant player in global pharmaceutical manufacturing. That's what happened. When Biden voted to repeal this provision, the pharmaceutical industry was ripped out of Puerto Rico. All incentive to stay there was taken away. And all of the jobs went to China and other places, but mostly to China. That's what happened. This was done with a vote of Biden. This was even before the Obama administration. This was early on, but so sad that was done. And then Obama came in, and it got worse. So for the people of Puerto Rico, they were a disaster for you. And I have to say, in a very nice way, a very respectful way, I'm the best thing that ever happened to Puerto Rico. Nobody even close. But as a result, the island's economy, under the previously mentioned names, it just absolutely cratered. Biden's vote also left the United States at the mercy of foreign suppliers for essential medicines, putting our national security and our health at risk. We had a tremendous industry potentially going to Puerto Rico, and they just absolutely cut it short with bad votes and took all the incentive away, and it went to other places, faraway lands. So they really, in a sense, were voting to destroy Puerto Rico, and we're bringing Puerto Rico back, and we'll have it done fairly quickly. And the $13 billion is that's a tremendous amount of money, but it's a very important amount, and I think you're going to see something terrific. And it's very exciting to me. What the most exciting is bringing the whole pharmaceutical industry back. We've spoken to various companies, and they're willing to go there. They want to have a little bit of help, but they're willing to go to Puerto Rico. And Puerto Rico is going to be very exciting what's going to happen. They were on the verge of doing it, and they took away all the incentives. I don't know how that was allowed to happen, but they allowed it to happen. That was very, very bad for Puerto Rico and the people of Puerto Rico. That was done by Democrats, and a Republican is bringing it back.